What should I start with you? All right, let's just get into it. Favourite Olympic moment, and we can, I guess, as a competitor or as a fan as well.
As a competitor, well, I guess it's always got to be the opening ceremony, of course. And as a player, it was quite memorable as well as a player because my first shot was an air ball against Greece, which I can laugh about now. But definitely the opening ceremony. The lead up to it, it's all pretty exciting. The gear we get given, this old thing, got this old thing.
How you finding your first Olympics as an Olympian? Former Olympian now watching it?
Well, I don't have pay TV, so I've got to go over to Joel's house to watch it now. So I went over in my PJs and my mockies last night. It was a pretty good look. So, no, it's fun. I know I can put myself in the guys' position actually. When they had a pretty tough loss to Brazil last night, and I can put myself in their shoes, and I'm still very, very envious of them though. I'd really like to be there, but and I can understand how hard it is, and all the knockers that you get about not winning or doing this play or that play or not doing this well or that. So I'm there right behind them.
Speaking of putting yourself in other people's positions, what goes on in the athletes' village? What really goes on in the athletes' village?
The amount of times that I've been asked that question, that apparently it's just absolute mayhem in the village, but I don't know, it's just all, I don't know.
What happens in the athletes' village? What's happening right now? What's going on right now? Paint a picture. What's happening right now?
What happens in the athletes' village stays in the athletes' village.
And that is like what?
That's all I can say.
How's the food hall?
It's brilliant. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, the one, and you could really blow out actually if you really wanted to get really stuck into some of the grub. You could blow out. Of course, there's always a McDonald's there, so we save that one for after competition. But the food's pretty good.
I know people that
stay away from the ice creams. It's just always the machine there somewhere. You can just get stuck into the Magnums or the equivalent of whatever country you're in.
I know people that don't aspire to go to the Olympics, but they just aspire to get to the Olympic food hall. They just want to hang out there for 2 weeks.
Go away. It can get quite boring. Hang out there for 2 weeks, but the athletics. I always thought the athletics, they don't start till the second week. They just sort of take it easy in the first week, stay away from the Maccas, stay out of the grub.
All right.
There's some stuff you can really blow out on there. But,
what happened during the Olympics was Sydney 2000. I was at the AIS, and so we were working. We were volunteers. USA versus France, and I was a floor sweeper, so I was at that end. Jacob Holmes was at this end. We got told proper etiquette. You're not allowed to no emotion, no cheering, anything. We're sitting there, very, very proper. And then Vince Carter jumps over Fred Weis and dunks over him at this end, right in front of Jacob. And so I'm like, no, yeah, and then back to normal. So that probably would have been favourite moment from an Olympic player. Another one would have been, so one of the other jobs when you were the volunteer with it, you had to stand by the ball rack or whatever, and as they run out, kick the balls out or whatever. So I'm standing there watching, and they announce Team USA, and they all run out onto the court, and I'm thinking, oh, this is awesome, just stand there, just watching them. Kind of start dazing and forgetting what's happening. I hear this, yo, yo, yo. Just looking around, yo. And I'm like, look over, I'm like, oh, Tim Hardaway, yep. Oh, you want a ball? Yep, cool. Throw them all out, and then they start their, double hand dunks and to the elbows and everything. So they've just run out with the TVs on and everything, and just standing in two lines, just waiting for me to throw a basketball out. I was just watching.
Ooh, Olympic moments. See, I'm gonna have to go back to the American side of things, unfortunately, but you can't go past the Dream Team. '92, I would have been 11. Watching them, they beat everybody by 40 points, an average of 40 points. Magic, Bird, Jordan, Barkley, Ewing, David Robinson, Christian Leitner. How good does it get? It would have been the Dream Team for sure.
Do you get as excited watching Team USA now?
No.
At all?
Well, no, I get excited. Of course, they're awesome, but there's only one Dream Team. They're talking about the Redeem Team of before, and they won. That was great. Talking about this being another Dream Team. No, there's only one Dream Team. LeBron and these guys are unbelievable, don't get me wrong, but there's only one Dream Team. How about '96, Michael Johnson running the 400? That was a big day. I'm excited to watch Lolo Jones this year. She's an Iowan. She'll be going against Sally Fitzgibbons? No, that's surfing. Jeez, Sally Pearson, thank you.
Did you say an Iowan?
Yeah, an Iowan. What, are you scared of an Iowans?
I've never heard anyone say Iowan before.
Really? You need to go outside.
Iowan Olympian.
Yeah. She was number 1 in, let's see. Now I'm going to have to think about this. She was ranked number 1 in 2008, was leading to the last hurdle, tripped, fell down, didn't place. And so now, and they thought that was her last Olympics. She's in her late 20s sort of thing, mid to late, I'll say. And then now she's back, she's fit, she's trying to get a medal again. She's qualified and all that good stuff. So, you know, she's not the favorite by any means. I think Sally would be by a fair margin. But I'm excited to see how Lolo Jones goes. So if you're watching Lolo Jones, she's in Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa.
I'm sure you're her favorite Iowan NBL player.
You know, I'd like to say I've got good odds on that one. I'd like to say so.
Talk to us about the Olympics. What's your favorite Olympic memory moment?
Favorite Olympic memory or moment? Big fan of the 100-meter sprint. Real big fan. So Usain Bolt, can't wait to see him run again in the 100 and 200. But you know, Matt Shervington, you got to have some confidence to get out there and run with the big boys, and he did. You know, that's a pretty funny moment that I remember from past Olympics. And the other one's Eric the Eel. Love that. Big fan of that. That was really good.
That was awesome. Back to Shervo. You were watching this. You just watching these in slow motion, or you go back and watch a replay, or you just enjoy it when it happens. Just enjoy.
When was that? Was that 2000? So 12 years ago. So growing up, seeing an image of a guy that's getting out there in the field, not really dominated by Australians. That's pretty good for him. To put on a suit and run with those guys. Good confidence.
Bolt going to do it again?
Oh, for sure. He's got to. He's a machine.
And
I think the 200 is going to be more his event. Once he's pretty slow out of the blocks, but once he gets going, gets those legs going. It's
just in the Martin household. How does the mixed patriotism? How does that happen? What happens?
Any conversations with the Americans, if they're in a sporting event, and Australians don't really want to show it on TV or something, I hear all about it. So I just kind of slide under the radar, just watch a little bit of the Aussies when I can. We've got Fox, so those 8 channels, it really gets worked out.
And when you watch the Olympics, are there any events that you think maybe I could do that? Like, what do you run the 100 in? Like, anything trying to measure yourself against?
I like the 100 because I'm not a fast runner. I like the weightlifting as well because I'm not strong. It's like things that I can't do, I like watching.
Swimming?
I'm okay at swimming. Yeah. Okay. I'm not challenging. Equestrian.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
Shooting?
Yeah, that's what it was. Danielle was watching the gymnastics because she used to be a cheerleader in the States, so it's all tumbles and flips and stuff. Yeah, we get into the floor routines, the batted salves, the hello boys. That's good stuff.
Dutch wink.
For me, it's definitely watching on TV when Eric the Eel jumped in for his 100 metres by himself, because it was like a Korean or someone else. There was 2 guys and both of them just got involved straight away on the first whistle. Not allowed to do that, disqualified. And when he jumped in, I just remember being in the lounge room and it was just awesome.
I think they changed the he changed the game. I think they changed the qualifying rules because of him. So he's a game changer.
What, they made it harder or easier to qualify? Harder, yeah. Because he was obviously a good swimmer. I don't know, like, you heard the stories about, like, he learnt to swim, like, where there was all crocodiles and stuff. I find those hard to believe because after seeing his 100 metres, I think they would have caught him. But it was just, I don't know, I'll always remember it. It was the best thing ever. I loved it.
So is he your second favourite Olympian behind Sav, or is he him then Sav?
It's got to be close, doesn't it? It's very close. I went to the beach volleyball at the Olympics, and that was sick. That was on, I think it was on Bondi, and that was pretty cool. It was the best event that I went to, and I went to the basketball and stuff, but the beach volleyball was awesome. The atmosphere was pretty good.
Was it in '92 when Phil Rogers won bronze in like the breaststroke? It was like the 50 breaststroke, and it was out of nowhere, and everyone's like, "Who's this Phil Rogers guy?" Because he made the final. I remember he made the final, and everyone's like, he was so pumped for that, and everyone's like, cool, good on ya. And then he shaved his head for the final, and he didn't wear a cap.